कम से कम एक विकेट को तैयार होने में 7 दिन लगते हैं। 7 दिन के बाद मैं उस विकेट को दे पाता हूँ कि ये रेडी है अब खेलने के लिए। लेकिन उसके पहले समझ लो कि सारा वाटरिंग, रोल करना, कपड़ा डाल के हेवी रोल, उसके बाद में लाइट रोलिंग, तो ये सुबह और शाम चलता है। और समटाइम जैसे कि अभी ठंड है तो ड्यू पड़ता है, तो ड्यू में मुझे अर्ली मॉर्निंग आना पड़ता है क्योंकि ड्यू पे रोल करना पड़ता है उसके लिए। तो ये कम से कम मुझे 7 दिन पहले तो पता होना चाहिए ताकि मैं उसको प्रॉपरली प्रिपेयर कर पाऊँ।
It's such an amazing talent that you guys have and possess, and we feel that that we can work with you and you can work with us to have the to be able to play IPL. So that's really good. So you must give yourselves a big pat on the back because it's not an easy thing in Indian cricket to reach this level. So really very well done for you guys. Continue to do that. Continue to work away. We will have discussions with each of you when you leave as to what you can do to improve. Everybody will have something different, and the idea is to keep improving. The idea is to keep getting better every day in whichever way we can. So whatever we can do to help, we'll help, because that's how we are as a franchise. That's how we're built. That's how we're set up.
What we can try and do is identify talent, help these children, whether they come back to RR or not, to become better, give them a few pointers, and that's why sometimes an extended trial period is important, because one point is trying to identify the best players in terms of buying them at the auction, but there is another as important part to give them pointers, direction, have conversations about where they are at now and what they need to do to improve and to become a prospect in the future. And trials are trials, it's finding the bat against ball and how we measure that, how we see that, how we identify that. And that's key. Sometimes, the numbers and the data are very clinical and they show, a great detailed picture. There are some nuances and subtleties that are beyond it that it relies on our eyes, the eyes of the people that are involved, to recognize certain things that the data might not.
So I think trials get enhanced every year. We've talked about the technologies we're bringing into our trials at the moment, and I think there's a lot of learnings from what other sports do. What we're doing is starting to find out what are the most important metrics to test. We're still working through what are the key metrics to test. I'm not going to give them all away on this video, but we are tracking everything, and that's important. Having that baseline, tracking year on year, because then you can see the outliers. Then you can see those that are so ahead of the pack that you want to be signing in the auction. And they may actually, out in the middle, their first 2 overs may not perform as well. But if you've tracked all those other metrics and you see they're elite on all those levels, you might then say, okay, we're going to give another opportunity, we're going to test you in a different way, and we're going to see if you can perform. It's not just, okay, here was their scenario practices, here's how they performed. Every other element is being included in a player profile, which means we can also feed back to them on a development perspective and say, these are the metrics that you're not so strong on that you can improve on. Next year we track them again, we follow that pathway, and we can see when's the right time to buy them.
Batters go through different phases, the bowlers go through different phases. So the list of players who come in tomorrow, they will have a full opportunity, and what we try to create is give the list of players, because you see at the end of the day, even with those, these are proven professionals, but still they're all coming in, they're all wanting to impress. They all want to keep an impression that it's been a good day for them. So they also need that opportunity to showcase their skill. It's just not like a hit and miss kind of situation. So they have the whole day where they come in, they practice, they play these match situations at various intervals, and yeah, that's how the day unfolds.
पिछले 2.5 महीने से स्काउटिंग कर रहे हैं हम लोग, जगह पे जा के सैयद मुश्ताक अली के नॉकआउट्स है, मुश्ताक अली के लीग गेम्स, विजय हजारे के लीग गेम्स, नॉकआउट, सबको मद्देनजर रखते हुए लिस्ट बनी एक बहुत बड़ी। फर्स्ट टाइम एवर राजस्थान रॉयल्स ने ओवर 100 प्लेयर्स को कॉल किया है ट्रायल्स पे, और उनको अलग अलग सिचुएशन में डाल रहे हैं।
जो यहाँ पे ट्रायल का प्रोसेस रहता है, जितना कितने आपने देखा होगा 2 दिन से ट्रायल चल रहा है, कितना अच्छी तरीके से ट्रायल्स हो रहा है। मतलब हर प्लेयर पे हर तरीके से ध्यान दिया जा रहा है और एक टैलेंट को खोजने की एक अच्छी मतलब एक अच्छी वो है किसी भी प्लेयर के लिए कि भाई आप आओ और अपना टैलेंट जो है उसको शो करो।